Hello, and welcome everyone to today's webinar from Seed to Success. As farmers, you are used to managing all sorts of items, all the way from the weather that could be currently rolling in and how to manage that to the ever changing market prices. Today, we'll be going over some items that can not only help you make your life a little bit easier, but also optimize your farm's profitability. We'll start by digging into your farm's financial health, how to identify it, and we'll also explain some ways that technology can help work with you rather than against you. The main point of this conversation today is to help you understand your farm's potential and also to make sure that you're utilizing every crop and every acre that you're currently managing. I'm going to start today by introducing some of our team members that are on this call with us, two of which are our ag industry leaders, Bill Glazner and Turner Polzin. Both are CPAs and principals at our firm. Also with us today are Agri Builder team leaders, Taylor Willinger, Matt David, and Callie Cleveland. You'll see a small handful of what really comprises our ag industry team here at Adams Brown. A few years ago, we started to focus a little bit more on industry specialization. And over the last few years, our team has grown tremendously, and we have approximately 40 team members. So just to let you all know that the topics that we go over today, you have a large team that are spread across many locations that will be able to support you with the topics that we're discussing. So without further ado, I'll hand it off to Bill and Turner to give a little bit of a background on themselves. Bill, do you want to go first?
Sure. Thanks, Vanessa. This is Bill Glazner. I'm the ag industry leader for our team. I've been with the firm for over 35 years and worked in the ag industry almost exclusively, vast majority of the time that I've been with the firm. So I've had the opportunity to work with a large number of very smart people and learned a lot of things along the way. I also grew up in a farming family up in Northwest Kansas. We still have land. A close friend of mine does the farming for us now. But I'm still very connected with the farm and, really have a passion for helping farmers.
Yeah, and I'm Turner Polzin, like Vanessa said there, principal in the office. I've been here around 15 years, pretty much in the ag industry myself the entire time. I do own some of my own farmland, so I feel you when it's not raining. I get it, and keeping track of all those numbers. So I've been there, done that, and I worked on a farm for 6, 7, 8 years, kind of growing up too. So.
Okay, thank you. Just to briefly go over our agenda today, we're going to dive into some risks in the farming industry, how you can identify your farm's financial health, how some technology and tools can assist you with optimizing your farm profitability, what AgriBuilder is and how you can utilize it, and then we'll follow up with a quick question and answer with our ag team that we have on today. So first, we'll dive into managing risk in the farm industry. Bill, do you have some insights maybe on what are some areas that people need to focus on?
Well, farmers they're no strangers to technology. Most of the farmers today and most of our clients that we work with, they're working with modern technology right out in the field. They've got GPS on their tractors. They've got various other technologies. The equipment that they use today, the science that goes behind that is cutting edge in a lot of ways. But unlike how they're actually the equipment that they're actually using to farm, it's the books that we see that most of the farmers have not used or migrated to modern technology on. So for instance, you're not driving grandpa's tractor, the same tractor that grandpa drove. So you shouldn't be operating the same set of books that grandpa did. There is modern technology that really helps to bring out greater visibility of those numbers, greater value in reports, details that weren't available very easily in the past and now are. And so, you know, we're really encouraging you to look at those opportunities and take advantage of some of these systems that allow this. There's so much more risk out there today than what there was before. You know, same types of risk are there. Volatility in commodity markets, you know, volatility in input costs, you know, weather and so forth. It seems like today's world, things are changing so much faster than what they were in previous generations. Price fluctuations can be vastly greater. We can see a 50 cents or $1 change in commodity prices in a day or so. In the past, if it moved a dime, that was a lot. So I think you know, everything moves faster in today's world, and you need to have information available at your fingertips to make decisions quicker. And that's really what we're here to talk about today. What are those tools? How do they work? What can you gain from them, and so forth? We're here to kind of guide you through that process and help you to manage some of those risks that you have the availability to manage by having good information at your fingertips.
Yeah, I mean, Bill kind of said it, but just to wrap it up in a bow right there, the volatile market in today, you need to have the absolute most up-to-date real-time data about your farm to make the best decisions that could extremely affect profitability of your farm. And we have some technology that we can help you utilize to do that.
Mhm.
All right, thank you. Now, we've talked a little bit about managing risk or looking at where you have risk, but can you dive a little bit further into maybe some areas in particular that you need to look into when it comes to a farm operation?
Yeah, so managing risk, you know, the common ones I mentioned in the previous slide, you know, changing commodity prices, changing input costs. But, you know, how do you utilize the books to manage that? You know, having this information available as to what your projected cash flow is, what your modified cash flow is versus what you projected. Being able to, at a glance, see that information. You know, your debt structure. How are you structured debt? How much term debt do you have versus how much operating debt do you have? You know, managing your debt is just as important as managing a lot of other things. It's farming is a great business, but the success rate of those that are embracing this and actually taking these reports, drilling down, finding out areas that you're really doing well at versus those that you aren't, without these types of detailed reports, it's next to impossible for them to know. You know, where are you spending most of your time? Is that where you're making most of your money? All of these different things are things that any really good business person wants to know, and can make better decisions. How can you make a decision during the year if you don't really know where you stand at that point? Especially in relationship to what you projected where you would be at that point.
Yeah.
So it's all about that. Then looking at you know, negotiating your debt, being able to carry a cash flow report into your banker and show them that, hey, I've got input costs have gone up this year. I've got a higher debt need than I had last year, but here's my projections. I think I'm still going to be very profitable, you know, based on input costs. You know, even with higher input costs, with the commodity prices that I can lock in or secure, you know, I can still show profit and so forth. And carrying this into the banker ahead of time and still waiting, instead of waiting until middle of the year and then realizing that you need more cash, these are all things that help you to negotiate better rates, better terms, lower the stress level on your farm, because you're more in control of what you're doing and of where you're headed. And the partners that you have in your business, including your banker, know that you are, and they're confident in your abilities to move forward successfully.
Man, just, I mean, Bill just said it, but you know, the absolute different scenario of being in a position of power and strength, you know, with your banker and a great relationship on, you know, you talked to him in January and said, I did my projections, you know, I need another 700,000 on my line of credit to get my crop in. And I mean, cash is king. If you don't have that, you're not farming. Um, versus in May, say calling your banker and saying, well, the line of credit is tapped. I need another 700. Can I have it? Such a different conversation, right? In the same exact thing. You know, I'm trying to expand. Can I get some money? Okay, like, got a plan, got some numbers, got some budgets. You make me feel good about giving you this money in the best interest rate possible. Cash is king. You know, without it, most of our farms do not operate without a line of credit. So.
All right, moving on, we're going to dive a little bit into existing technologies and their limitations. Our next topic will go into some of the solutions and great technology that is out there. But can anyone on this call here, can they dive a little more into what are the limiting technologies that people are still utilizing within their farming operation?
So we see a little bit of everything in this, you know, amongst not just our client base, but even more so outside of our client base. And I think actually, believe it or not, there's still a lot of people out there keeping their record keeping on paper. Okay. Not even using a computer program or any type of organized, you know, computerized assistance. And even those that are, a lot of them have been using the same software for the last 10 to 20 years. You know, once again, I go back to what we said before on equipment. They're not using the same equipment they used like 10 to 20 years ago, and and they wouldn't want to. Okay. And it's you don't know what you don't know until you get into what you can gain by moving on into a modernized system that has capabilities, that automates part of the process for you. It provides details that you've never had at your available to you before. Farm management reports, you know, up to date numbers. You know, really kind of a enterprise report or consolidation if you have multiple entities. All of these things are simply available using modern technologies. And with the development of AI, I think it's going to continue to improve. So migrating to a platform that is going to take you into the future is another part of this. You know, doing that now and taking advantage of AI as it continues to develop and get even better. I think that's where we want to help position you in that realm.
Yeah, I mean, utilizing some of this technology, it allows, you know, providers like ourselves to spend way less time just doing books or even doing a tax return for you. And it's kind of automated. You know, Bill just says AI is coming and things get automated, and we don't spend a lot of time on that. So that allows us to spend way more time with you looking at your books. What do the books say? Where's it driving us? Were we making money? Were we losing money? You've never had that level of insight before. And I mean, your QuickBooks desktop, your Quicken, your Green Ledger, it's not going to tell you that.
Well, that leads us right into the next topic that we have here. What are some what's some software out there that we currently have that people should be trying out?
So we've spent a very long time looking through all the technology that was available, and you know, and how it fit the farming industry. And the ones that we really narrowed it down to for bookkeeping purposes was 0. Ease of use, the automation that they already have available in there, the ability, short learning curve on it, but still is designed so it will take care of farmers. Okay, it provides everything they need without throwing a bunch of confusing bells and whistles that they don't. So it's really about drilling down to what farmers need, and not having all these pathways they have to go down just to be able to get what the information back out of it that they need. As far as another big piece was, a lot of farmers that we have multiple entities. Okay, and what they don't have available to them today, in most cases, is a way of pulling an enterprise report. How do you pull all of your entities? You've got a corporation over here, you've got an LLC that owns your land over here, you've got maybe a Schedule F. You farm this as one entity. Okay, even though you have multiple entities that you have to manage, cash through. How do you look at your results for the year as a whole, combining those? Not very easy currently for most people. Okay, with these enterprise reports, utilizing reach on top of Zero, that allows us to pull all that together into visual financial statements, and at the same time provide other details, analytics that they currently don't have available to them. For crop reporting, farmers are a unique type of business. Okay, not too many businesses incur all their costs for the year and then get paid at the end of the year. That's what farming is. So, with most farmers, they're prepaying expenses. For instance, on their corn crop for the current year, the 24 corn crop, most farmers probably paid for some seed, maybe some fertilizer, maybe some other input costs last year at the end of 23. Then this year, they actually drilled their corn. They incurred all their irrigation expense. If it was irrigated, they incurred all their other farming expenses this year, including their harvest expense and so forth. And in many cases, they don't sell the grain this year. They don't wait. They're going to wait and sell the grain in 2025. Okay, so how do they pull that back into one report? Pulling it by calendar year never gives them detail on whether they made money on that crop. So crop reporting, we use figured tied into Zero to allow us to pull for the 2024 corn crop. Okay, when we get to the end of harvest, we can pull a crop report that shows, based on current market prices and inventory, what they've actually accomplished that year. In addition to that cash flow analysis and cash flow projections are available in there, and it helps to really automate that process, or semi-automate that process. It still requires the farmer to think about it and think about the changes they're going to make. Are they planting the same crops? Are they changing their strategy? If they're changing their strategy, they change their cash projections. But then they really have a guideline to follow and to review on as they go into the next year. Then drill down analytics, that's done both through figured and through reach. Okay, break even analysis is a big one. Looking at each crop, which crops did we make the most off of? Why? Was it a factor of commodity prices? Was it a factor of how we marketed those? Was it a factor of the weather? Where do we fall, and what did we do really well? And how do we perpetuate what we do well going forward versus help to reduce the things that we don't do as well going forward? Those are the types of decisions that can help you to improve your bottom line on a permanent basis. Tax savings is a 1-year shot in the arm, okay? But if we can help you make better decisions and become more profitable using some of this technology, that's what we're excited about, and that's what we're here to convince you that you should consider.
The other agri builder leaders that are on this call, Taylor, Callie, and Matt, do you guys have any more insight on top of what Bill just gave to the people that are on the call on a little more specific what you can expect within Zero, Reach, and Figured? Maybe start with Taylor with Zero.
Yeah, so Zero is really kind of the first tool, the connective tissue that we use to link everything together. It really allows you to simplify your bookkeeping and can make it a better experience for you using the software and the tools that we have with less manual entry or even no multiple dual entry, saving you hours and becoming more efficient with your farming operations. We have the bank feed options, so you can connect and you can bring and import your day-to-day transactions as well as credit cards, even your operating loans to be reconciled and tied out more quickly, efficiently with less manual entry, allowing you to be reconciled as of yesterday versus last month or even last quarter. Zero is super user friendly. We have clients of all backgrounds and all generations that can navigate it. This simple terminology. There's no debits and credits. It's spend money or receive money. Contacts. You don't have to have a vendor and a customer. So you have the one contact that you may use as a customer and a supplier, and you can look up all transactions underneath that one contact quickly. We also have a standardized chart of accounts, which we will really help you with allocating what bucket that income or expense needs to go into, and really what matters to, the ag industry. For example, diesel versus diesel, that's a big one. It also allows for a cleaner P&L for repair accounts. We don't need to have 10 tractor combined repair accounts. We can have the one repair account, but we have a really cool report within Zero that allows you to drill down into your repair account to see specifics to tractor 1 or combine 3. Cloud-based, so it's you can use it on your laptop, your phone. You don't have to have multiple platforms. You don't have to download anything onto multiple computer programs. You can use it on your cell phone. Zero has an app. We actually have had a farmer, a client of ours, who was thrilled that he was able to do some of his reconciling as he was planting corn. So he can still be, multi on the go. We also have some clients that upload their bill of ladings as they're going through the scales or the co-ops during harvest, and they can upload that into Zero, and we can tag that to those deposits as they're coming through. Cash coding is a really cool feature within Zero. It allows us to reconcile really quickly and efficiently and bulk reconcile similar types of transactions, saving you time and valuable time, actually. And then, this entire process of AgriBuilder in general, the process just really helps streamline. It helps with tax planning, tax prep. If you choose to come onto these platforms, it's not just a here you go, you're on Zero, Figure to Reach. We really guide you through the entire process and walk you through everything from onboarding. We do in-person trainings or Zoom or Teams types of trainings. We meet with you multiple times and touch with you. If you're having issues, we're, a phone call or an email away. If it's something that you'd rather not do, we definitely have teammates on the team that can definitely help with the month-to-month reconciliations and reach out and allow you to, do what you do best and manage your farming operations. So we really like to, Zero is like the foundation to really eliminate the dual entry and use the single entry that allows for the additional smart technologies that we have and the integration tools used on our team to help mitigate those risks and have access to those real-time reports that you can use to make real-time decisions to manage your operations. So with that, Callie, you can take it away.
Thanks, Taylor. So yeah, Reach is our reporting software. It gives sophisticated reports that are very easy for the clients to read and understand. They even have some metrics built in that kind of pops for the clients. It pulls live data. So like Taylor just said, it integrates with Xero, and it's constantly updating the numbers. So we can get in reach at any time and pull your financials, and they're going to be current. Like Bill said, it allows for enterprise reporting. So we can see your business as a whole. We get one set of financials, so one profit and loss, one balance sheet, one cash flow. We can then compare those. So by time frame, we can compare month to month, quarter to quarter, year to year, or we can compare company to company. So that allows you easily to see which of your companies might be outperforming another company, and it's usually easy to see why. Reach is just a very good tool that allows you to see how your companies and businesses are performing as a whole. Matt, would you like to tell us a little about Figured?
Yeah, thank you. So Figured is the ag management software that we utilize in AgriBuilder. And really, there's a lot of features that set it apart from the competitors, but one major one being the single entry system. And what this means is any information you enter into Xero, your bookkeeping software, will automatically flow over to your Figured software. So no more having to go enter in your information in your bookkeeping software and then turn around and re-record it in the record keeping system. Using Figured, it will automatically flow over. On top of that, Figured can do many great things. And one of the things that it does really well is its forecasting and planning ability. We can forecast out a whole year's worth of transaction and then run any report out of Figured using those transactions. This means cash flows, P&L, and crop break-evens can all be ran as of January 1. And the last thing that you can do with those forecasted information is the actual plus forecast. What this means is we can have our actual information coming into a given point in time, and then the rest of the year be forecasted information. So this gives our clients a really good idea on farm profitability for December 31st at any given point in time. And the last thing I want to touch on that Figured does very well is its crop season summary. The crop season summary is going to be your true crop break-even report and also your crop profitability report. This report captures all inputs, no matter on the length of time. So this means you can purchase your inputs in year 1, harvest that crop in year 2, and then sell that same crop in year 3, and this report will capture all of that. This report will be broken down by input totals and also give you $1 per acre. On top of that, we can utilize this report in 2 distinct different ways. One being the crop level detail, or for clients who are wanting a little additional more information, we can drill these reports down even further to the field level detail. Figured has really simplified and sped up the way we get this crucial information. It's designed to empower you to make smarter and better financial decisions. Figured has created many efficiencies in its software so you can get even more information for less time. Vanessa?
All right, thank you everyone. That was really good insight about what Xero, Reach, and Figured all are. We're now going to take some time to go through a quick Q&A. The first question that we have is, what is AgriBuilder? We've heard that term be thrown around a couple of times as people were speaking. Can someone give some more information on what exactly that is?
Sure. So AgriBuilder is really what we have put together as our tech stack that we are supporting clients with. We have literally created experts at each level of tool that is required to be put together to actually build the capabilities that we believe most farmers need or should use. And that includes everything that we've gone over today. And it's really understanding how these pieces integrate with each other, helping to set this up so it's set up properly and works properly and provides the valuable information that most farmers need. I think if there is somebody that is maybe cautious about this, it's because they don't understand it. Trust me, we understand it, and that's why we're here talking about this today. We've put this together. We've got this operating with a number of clients already, and we're seeing some really great successes as a result of it.
Yeah, it's taken us quite a few years to put this tech stack together, for farmers, brought together by ag accountants, but we're happy with where we're at. It will never be finished, right? We're always going to keep our eyes and ears on the grindstone and figure out what the next thing is. But at the moment, this agri-builder, this process, the entire tech stack, the planning, the tax, the consulting, everything involved in it works really well, and we're excited about it.
All right, this is a commonly asked question. We already kind of went through it, so we won't spend much time on this one, but do I have to enter my information on multiple platforms?
Yeah, and Matt Frank kind of touched, or Matt David kind of touched base on that really quickly, but that's kind of the biggest drawback to, I think, basically almost every other farm financial management system, is it was always, you got your accounting books over here, put all your numbers in, and then go ahead and go put them all in again in your farm financial management system. The answer to this one is no. Figure talks to 0, put it in 1, it kicked it over here. That's awesome in itself. Maybe even a better thing is, since it's one system and it talks together, you actually have true accurate data. It's talking to your reconciled books, which means what's ever in your financial system, the farm, it's right, true, and accurate. So pretty cool.
You're not allowed to cheat. So you have to actually utilize your true numbers. That's the common problem with having separate entry systems, is they don't reconcile between the two of them. So your numbers really are not accurate. This gives you a much better chance of having accurate numbers on your results.
Okay. Next question that we have that we hear a lot, and there's multiple questions within the main question here, but is AgriBuilder in the cloud?
Yeah, so it's a question we get a lot. What is the cloud? Should I be afraid of the cloud? Should I be in the cloud? The interesting piece is, the cloud is effectively almost nothing more than the internet. It's just a whole bunch of servers connected by the internet. That's the cloud. Are you in the cloud? I bet a lot of money that everyone on this phone call is in the cloud. If you have a bank account at a bank, you're in the cloud. Bank stores that stuff on their servers that's connected to the internet. You're in the cloud. Should you be afraid of the cloud? No. When you're talking about utilizing products such as your own bank account, Zero figured things of this nature. I mean, they spend millions and millions of dollars on their security to be the best that's possible out there. And we all hear the stories that, even still they get hacked once in a blue moon, millions of dollars they spend. My question to you would be, if you're at home, you have a computer, got a little something on your desktop, an Excel file, and you're connected to the internet. How many millions of dollars did you spend on your security, to your connection, to your router and your modem? It's the cloud. It's the new thing. It is nothing to be scared about. So.
Okay, that was a great explanation. This is probably the most important question that we have on this Q&A is, what do I need to do to get started? Taylor, would you mind taking this one for us?
Well, we welcome you to give us a call or go out to our website, check us out underneath the ag industry. You can fill out a contact list. We do offer demos on all the software, so we can really kind of see what these solutions and how they fit and benefit your operation. So we're more than welcome to, feel free to reach out and we'll help you with that. Yeah.
Thanks,
Yep.
Taylor. Yeah, I would just reiterate again, feel free to go out to our website. Not only can you contact us there and hit a submission that you are interested in trying out or just seeing what AgriBuilder is all about, but you can also access some of our articles and blogs. We also have more information on some of our team members that we do have here at Adams Brown, or simply just call into your local office and ask for an ag team member and we'll get you connected with the right people. So any final thoughts before we wrap up here? We're all set. Okay.
I just wanted to say I appreciate your time and you know, if there's anything that we can do for you, any explanations we can give you, please reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you about this.
Absolutely. Thanks for spending 30 minutes with us, and don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you.